Hey everyone, it's Angel. Today I'll be testing out a new nail powder from Twinkle. This is icing, and in the jar it doesn't really look like much, but when applied it has a gorgeous iridescent opal-like finish. When you use it, you pretty much turn into a unicorn. And icing sells for $20. This powder is meant to be used with gel polish. I'll be using a combo of regular polish with a one-step gel top coat. Powders are to be used with one-step gel since they don't have a tacky layer to remove. And at the end, I'll do a little stamping over the finished look. And I'll show the powder over a few different polish colors. For my base, I'm using Peel Off Base Coat because with gel polish, I hate removing it, and this just makes it a little bit easier to peel off when I'm done with it. And also, people always ask me how I get my manis to last when I'm using as my base. And honestly, if I were to just do a layer of a couple layers of gel polish, my powder, and then a layer of gel top coat, the mani would probably peel off in 2 days with just gel polish. But when I do the combination of regular polish, gel top coat, powder, gel top coat, since I'm only using 2 layers of gel polish there, I feel I can get like 5 days-ish out of that before it wants to peel off. So don't feel bad if doesn't really work that great for you. It doesn't work that great for me either. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it to make my gel manis peel off, but it doesn't give me crazy long wear time. For my base color, if you can call this a color, I went with Twinkle Glow Up, which is just a white cream, and I applied 2 coats, making sure to let it dry completely before I go on with the gel top coat. Now, this powder can be used over any color, any base color that you want, but I feel like it looks the best over lighter cream polishes, so I think it looks amazing over white, and something like a pale pink or pale blue would look beautiful under this. But again, you can use any color you want. Just make sure to let it dry completely before you move on to the next step. And since you got like 20 to 25 minutes to kill, why not have a little playtime? This is my miniature Gumby and Pokey. I probably should not have been doing this because I totally could have dented my nails, but it was worth it and fun. And then once your base layers were completely dry, you could move on to applying the gel top coat. This is from Bundle Monster. Again, it is a one-step gel top coat. It doesn't have a tacky layer to remove, so once you apply to all nails, you can cure for the recommended time of whatever gel top coat you're using. This one is 30 to 60 seconds. I always cure it for 60 seconds. I don't know. And this is my gel lamp from Melody Susie. I will have it linked down below. Once all nails were cured, we could move on to applying the nail powder. I like to use just a makeup cosmetic sponge, known as a gradient sponge here in the nail world. Picking up just a small amount of the powder, you apply it to the nail with the sponge just by swiping down and sort of buffing it in, and it only takes a few seconds to get the entire nail covered. And sorry, I didn't realize my camera settings were kind of off here. I do fix them in a second and make it a little darker, for lack of a better word, and you'll be able to see it a little better. Here you go. You can see the colors start to pop out a little bit more. I'll show the first layer application again on my middle nail so you can see it a little bit better. And don't you see those colors? They're just so magical. Definitely unicorn. You can see some aqua and purple and pink just shining through. And then once you got them applied, the first layer applied, you can brush off the excess powder just using a fluffy eyeshadow brush. For powders, I always like to do a 2-step application process. So for the second layer, I like to go back in with a silicone tool applicator and pick up a little bit more of the powder. I always seem to pick up too much of the powder when I'm doing this on camera. You really don't need this much, but I don't know. Less is more, more is more, I don't know. But you just buff in the nail powder to really bring out that luster shine finish to it. And here you can see the middle nail with only 1 layer, and the ring nail has the 2 layers of the powder applied, and it just looks so much better. If you learn anything from me, people, apply your powders in 2 steps. And then I finished applying the nail powder to the rest of my nails, and I just buffed until my little heart was so happy. This is my favorite part about nail powders. I don't know, I love the buffing process. It just feels so rewarding, like, look at what I made. And then using a fluffy eyeshadow brush, you brush off all the excess nail powder, and you want to make sure you get off all the loose powder because then it won't give you a sparkly finish once you apply the gel top coat. So make sure you get it all off. And then I applied my final layer of the gel top coat and cured for another 60 seconds. And then we were done. Or were we? Actually, no, I am going to do a little bit of nail art over this, but I just wanted to show you guys what the finished mani looks before I add the nail art to it because it is so pretty. You don't need to do any nail art over this. I mean, it just looks like magic on its own. I'm like a winter mermaid unicorn fairy. I don't know how I could be all those three things at once, but that's what I feel like. I wanted to add a little stamping over this mani, and I thought it was the perfect time to use the Got Chevron plate from Uber Chic. This is actually a nail artist collaboration plate with Got Nail and Uber Chic, and it's all focused around chevron designs. I love chevrons and zigzags, so this plate is so pretty. I will link at Got Nail's Instagram page down below. You guys should definitely go check her out. She has adorable, adorable nail art. To help with cleanup, I applied some lace liquid latex from Twinkle, and I love how this aqua minty color matches my mani. I didn't mean to do that, but I like it. I decided to use the same white polish that I used as my base color because I thought the white would look so cool layered over like the mermaidy type of colors, and I used my double-sided clear stamper from Twinkle and it picked it up perfectly, and this design applied very nicely. I love how it's kind of like a chevron slash water marble type design. I don't know, that's at least what it looks like to me. And then I removed the liquid latex and I had a little bit of cleanup to do. You guys saw me use this cleanup brush in my last video. This is from So Nailicious, another nail artist. Oh my goodness, I love all these nail artist items I'm using today. And this brush it's a little bit pricey. It's shipping from Australia, and I think it comes to about $20 to ship to the States. But honestly, I'm finding it worth the price. Now, this was sent to me, but I would definitely buy this item on my own because it is so sharp and precise and really, really great at cleanup. And then I did another layer of gel top coat and cured for 60 seconds to lock in that stamping. For my middle nail, I wanted to add a couple of nail jewels, and I remembered I had this wheel full of like these iridescent jewels, and I thought that they matched the nail powder perfectly. I cannot remember where I got these because I probably had these for years, so I will try to find something similar to this and link it down below for you guys. I'm going to be using a small mini orange stick to pick up the jewels, and someone in my last video was making fun of me because I said I dipped the brush in some water, and they were like, oh yeah, right, you probably just licked the brush. Now sometimes I do lick the brush. That's terrible. Don't do that, but I do. I did happen to have a cup of water next to me in my last video, and I had one this time, so here you can see me dipping the brush in the water. I don't know why I feel like I need to defend myself, but your comments always make me laugh so much. Thank you so much for leaving them. I really enjoy reading them and responding to them. So then I went back in with another layer of gel top coat, and I did not cure it. Before I cure it, I used my, let me say it again, my water moistened, dampened mini orange stick, and was able to pick up the jewels and apply them to my nail. I only used 2. I kind of was like, should I use more? But there's already a ton going on in this mani, so I only used 2. And then I cured it for 60 more seconds. So here's how the nail powder looks over some other colors. On the left is a pale blue, and then on the right is just the white that you've already seen. And then here it is over a medium toned purple, and then this is how it looks over a black, and then on the right is just the white. I love it over the black. Very cool. So that completes the finished look and testing out of the new Twinkle icing powder. So what do you guys think of this powder? Is this something that you're going to be picking up? Would you use it on your own like I did at first, or would you use it with doing some nail art over it like how I did at the end? I don't know. I just could not help myself, and I was so happy that I decided to put the white stamping over it because I think it really, I don't know, it's kind of like subtle, and you really only probably notice it when you're close up, but I think it looked so cool over it. If you'd like, you can also follow me on my other social medias. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at @twi_star. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.